It's Perp back with another video, and with Power, the original series, coming to an end. They got book 2 on the way, they got book 3 on the way, they got book 4 on the way, they got book 5 on the way, they got all of these spin-offs on the way. And I just want to talk about book 2, the one that's starting this summer, and why I think, this series is really in trouble. But before I get into this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and also follow me on Twitter at PerpMinded420. If you like Twitter and whatnot, do it. I'm not forcing you to do none of these things, but just hear me out, right? I hope I got y'all to click on this video. I'm not one of those types of people that believes that everything is fucking woke and things are toxic, because those terms don't mean anything to me. The thing is either going to be just poorly written and just trash, and nobody gives a fuck about said project or whatever. But that's a whole nother subject I'm not going to get into. I want to talk about Power Book 2 Ghost. Now, you see the thumbnail, and I'm going to tell you why I think this series, this spin-off, out of all of them, is going to really fail. You have Michael Rainey Jr. as Tariq, a character that was really poorly, developed. Nobody really likes his character. He's on the same level, if not higher, than Joffrey from Game of Thrones. And, people already don't like how this finale ended. I'm one of these people that, the more I think about the finale, the more I don't like it. Like, how do you not give Ghost a funeral? That might lead into something in book 2. I don't know. They might start off the series with the funeral just to get people going. And I want to just really break this down and kind of just put some thoughts out there, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below about what I'm saying and what I'm talking about in this video, because I think this is very important, especially just for Stars and just Power and Courtney Kemp. They really need to knock out of the park by episode 1. By episode 1, episode 1 has to be fucking damn near flawless. It has to really capture people, because you're walking into a series that people aren't already excited for. You teased, they put out a little teaser just showing you what this is kind of going to be about. It's going to be about Tariq going to college. You see Mary J. Blige. Her character is still a mystery. I'm hoping that she's related to Ghost in some way. Maybe she'll be related to Tasha. I don't know. Because right now I'm thinking that Ghost is a fucking orphan. He has no fucking family members at all. I don't know. We haven't seen none of them. So it would be interesting to have that be Ghost's cousin or something like that. But it also would be weird. You had a cousin this whole time living down the street from you, and you didn't really care to show us. Anyways, but I think one of the biggest reasons why this will fail is because people just don't want to see this. People don't want to see Tariq. And this is why I say, you have to knock the first episode out of the park. You have to... Every episode has to be fire. There's no room for mediocre. This can't be... Don't make this show of a Batwoman. And for those that seen the show Batwoman, you saw how terrible that was. Nobody asked for that show. But this is not about Batwoman. This is about Book 2 Ghost. And it seems like Courtney Kemp is really pushing this feminist agenda. I'm not going to say it's a woke agenda. There's just definitely a lot more feminine energy that I'm getting from this trailer, and just what they're possibly going to go for, just based on how the series finale of Power ended. It's just kind of weird to me. I might be reaching, that might be a reach. I don't know, but that's just how I feel about that. It might just be she just wants more females on the show. That just might be the case too. Who knows? But just pay attention to that. I think that's really weird. But I think the main reason this show will fail because there's no Amari Hardwick. There's no James St. Patrick. There's no Ghost. And I think they're going to shoot themselves in the face by putting this out and labeling it Ghost just for people to tune in and thinking that Ghost is possibly still alive, or they will have Tariq take on his name, which I think that will automatically kill this series. If you try to make Tariq a character that nobody likes, there's probably like 0.5% of people that actually like Tariq's character and think it makes sense. Y'all people are fucking insane. Anyways, but you're telling me that this character is going to take up the name Ghost when he has not even put in the work? That will kill this spinoff. This series might actually hurt the other series as well, because it depends on the writing as well. That comes down to it. You can't write no bullshit like you did with these last few seasons of Power. You can't do that shit. You gotta have to make things make sense, explain shit. Don't just try to force things on people because you saw the backlash that you got from when you did it the first time. And there's a lot of things to just really take in about this series. Like, this series, for all we know, could be just phenomenal and a great sequel. That could very much be the case, but if we're just looking at it right now and what they gave us with the series finale, and just the way that they did Amari's character and not really giving his character a proper send-off, it's looking kind of spooky for them. And they really need to do this, tighten up on the writing, make these characters likable, make us care about what's going on with Tariq and whatnot. Like, I would be cool if they do this with Tariq, if this is his redemption, like him redeeming himself, actually listening to what his father said and going against what Tasha said, and because it's just been such a mess. Season 6 has been such a mess that maybe they're using book 2 to kind of like fix things. I don't know. They could either fix things or just make things even worse and hurt these other spin-offs. Like this might, bleed into book 3, and we might get some poor writing in there just so they can push some type of agenda or whatever the fuck, just to please themselves at this point, because they're not really pleasing the fans. I give them props for giving us spin-offs, but in the way that they did it is just, I'm not really feeling it. The only ones that people are really going to care about are book 3, because these are the younger versions of these characters we already know. Tommy is already set in stone. People are just waiting for that release date. Like, there should be more hype for this show, this being the sequel series to the main series. Everything else is going to be its own thing. Hell, I even think the Tate spinoff is going to be better than this. I think out of all the spinoffs, book 2 Ghost is going to probably be the worst right now. And the show hasn't even come out yet, and just, there's a lot of things to think about with this series. I might check out the first episode. Like I said, the first episode has to be a knockout of the park. It has to really capture people and hook people in, But what do you guys think about book 2 Ghost? Are you guys excited to see it? Are you not going to watch it? Let me know what any type of thoughts you have about this series in the comments below. But until my next video, I will see y'all later. Peace. Peace.
Trying to figure your way through all of this mess. And the only thing that you can do is just put one foot in front of the other and just continue to move forward. And there's nothing else you can do. And there's times where it just seems like days are just endless. This is never going to end. This feeling, this dark time is just never going to be over. And I think once you go through something like that, you can't help but be different. You can't help but have a better sense of